much more flat, so it goes along the same contour line. And then it goes down a bit.
Awesome experience. Learnt, what can I say? I can say I learned a lot. Grew with my team, learned everyone inside and out pretty much. We grew pretty close over the 5 days. High point for me was, I don't know, the whole sequence of events when we got to our camp underneath Thunderbolt. We found water, and then we found a little pool, and we all went swimming in a freezing little pool, and then that led to us walking down a pretty cool valley. And then as we were just getting to the end point where we couldn't go any further, we found a pool that allowed us to jump off probably a 5 or 6 meter ledge. And yeah, the whole team loved that bit. And then that night, full moon, nice fire, a couple milos, and a couple stories about getting to know everyone a bit better. That was really cool.
Well, we could just save that. We could all sleep there.
So yeah, I think for me, growing with everyone was the coolest part, and the learning didn't really feel like learning to me. It felt like something that I really wanted to know, and when you're into something, it's like that.
Awesome.
She's a bit chilly.
It's been good. Climbed the mountain and now we're on top of it with this amazing view. Not you, Tessa, the view. Legs are a bit sore, but looking forward to the next 4 days. Yep.
I'll do
Chris?
something.
Yeah.
If you want a tea or coffee, there's water here.
Oh.
It's all caught on video.
Just get in there. Put this over. Sorry, I'm in your camera way.
Try it.
We can melt some cheese and dip in.
Oh, the
volcanoes
are up there. The first night up at Sharp Cone was definitely an amazing experience. Looking over and seeing all the mountains and angles that I've never seen the mountain before was pretty cool. And then the next day, the big journey down to the hut and having that swim was so good. The fresh water and yeah.
High point was learning all the alpine trees and the trees that grow in the bush, and the low point was probably not getting up early to 2:30 to go see the moon and walk along the tops.
Above there you can see the little speck of water. Can you see like a little...
A high point for me was seeing different locations and enjoying the view. It was so beautiful, and I am so glad that I came on this trip. I was dreading it at the beginning of the week because I was not looking forward to being back out in the open, but I'm glad I did because I'm so happy about everything that has gone and helping out my fellow teammates, especially Tessa. Love you, girl. It was just really good helping everyone else and just forgetting about my own problems.
A good group, and it was fun because we all bonded pretty well right from the start and the whole way through. We had fun making pancakes and we made pizza from scratch.
Then we did the big hike, and that would have been probably my low point, considering one member wasn't feeling that well, which meant we couldn't go their way, although it ended up very well, very good, as we got a very, very cool swimming hole that we spent the night at.
This whole journey was a bit of a challenge for me, physically and mentally. I mostly just struggled with leading others when I was so worried about the strength of my legs, whether or not they would give out. So I guess the main lesson is to come in prepared and, you know, bulk up at the gym or something beforehand so that you can have the energy afterwards to actually give your energy for leadership and taking care of others, because I found that I wasn't taking care of others as well as I should have. And I guess that's the main lesson I've learnt from this trip.
It's not rocket.
I learned that it is more of a mental challenge than it is physical, and I learned how far I could push my body when I thought mentally I couldn't do it. There were many parts where I was going up a mountain and I just thought, oh, let's just turn back, but I kept pushing and realised that my body could handle it. It was my mind that was playing the tricks on me, that I needed to keep going. And I also learned that the bigger the challenge, the bigger the reward. There was a day where we had a long way to go till we got to camp, and once we got to camp we got to go and get some water, and we were just expecting a small little stream, but we kept walking. We found a water hole, so it was like our reward for pushing ourselves that whole day. It was really mind-blowing, mind-opening.
It was just such a good feeling to finally be able to relax and see everyone kind of calm down and lift their spirits a bit. And on top of that, it had a wicked pool which we could jump in, which was freezing, but it was great.
No swimsuit.
It's not good. No, should we just put that rice in our own bowl?
It'll be better. How'd you open it?
There were some times that I felt down, and because I had a sore jaw and a sore stomach. I don't know why I was cramping since day 3 until now, but I feel so much better that I make everyone else feel like a 10 in some ways that I could. Giving back rubs and offering to carry the tent. And it was so good just seeing everyone enjoying their time. I really enjoyed this camp, and I am quite sad that it's about to end. Thank you, Jamesy.
Oh, the undies definitely came straight down.
The trip has been absolutely amazing, with physical and mental boundaries pushing me. My high point was definitely day 3, when nature just seemed to provide everything that we needed. Water, sticks, food. We literally asked for it. It was amazing. And my other high point would be navigating the mountain ranges in whiteout conditions, then climbing the rocks through whiteout conditions, and then navigating 2k's down a bush hill. About a 10-hour day. It was really hard, but I've come to learn that sometimes the hardest things are the most worth it, and you feel like you've accomplished the most at the end of the day.
Highlight for me was getting to Thunderbolt Creek at the end of the 3rd day, as it was definitely our longest day and hardest day, and we struggled a bit as a team.
Welcome to the Republic.
There you go, team. How was it?
Good. So much fun. Right. So good.
How good?
So good. Is it raining? I swear I could get a tan in there.
We're walking down and I was like, oh, one more thing to make our trip includes torrential rain. And then that's all we got. Alright, let's get that fire going.
Is the water gone? Should I do it on this one?
This one?
Is that our one?
Something wrong with feet.
She was like almost normal the whole time, and then she started getting in and out. Like,
almost.
You know, like straight
away from
when we were walking. And then Naomi started tagging along, and we're like, what's going on here?
Can you hold this one?
You're next, Jonesy.
Yeah, after my...
Just wanted to say thank you to Jonesy and Chris for all your help on this trip. It was really good having all that, all the support just through everything, and especially to Chris with our group, as we had like whiteout conditions along the ridge. definitely a high point was just, for myself, was just seeing how well our team had coped with all of the bad weather that we'd gone through, and just seeing them keeping a smile on their face. Yeah, it was really good. Thanks again.
I just arrived in this country and I went with a bunch of people that I didn't know at a place that I didn't know. But we had a great group of people, a great bond, a lot of motivation between each other. So in general, the whole trip was a high point. We had so much good weather. We also had some bad weather, but that just made the trip even better. It was both a mental and a physical hard trip, but that just makes today even better when you're finished and you feel proud of yourself. You feel like you've accomplished something and you've learned something about along the way, like about the trees, how to help the forest, which trees to nourish. And you learn something about which plants you can eat that can help you out in the forest. And we've had some great teachers along with us that made the experience even better, that helped us along the way. Yeah, it was good.
Highlights would be raro, warm raro, powdered raro, snow totra, bush lettuce, the 360 views on the top of the ridge, and jumping in the waterhole, the bonfire. Yeah.